Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the college commencement ceremony for the engineering graduate class of May 2016. I'm Srinivas Palanki, and I'm the Dean of the College of Engineering. We are here to recognize and honor our graduates for successfully completing their program of study. Congratulations to each of you for achieving your goal. Would those receiving a doctoral degree please stand and receive our applause? Would those receiving master's degrees please stand and receive our applause? Would those receiving bachelor's degrees please stand and receive our applause? Please be seated. We are also here to celebrate and thank all those who in some way helped these graduates achieve their goal. Certainly that starts with the parents of the graduates. Would the parents of the graduates please stand and receive our applause? Please be seated. Would the spouses, children, grandparents, grandchildren, and other relatives of our graduates please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Would the friends of our graduates please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Thank you for the support you provided to our graduates. Please allow me to introduce those on stage. Please hold your applause until each group is introduced. As your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all of your group is introduced. Seated front row on my right and your left are Dr. Kenneth Evans, President of Lamar University, our guest speaker, Dr. Anita Riddle, our student speaker, Keely Townley Smith, Dr. James Marquardt, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Kevin Smith, Senior Associate Provost, Dr. William Hahn, Dean of the Graduate School College, Dr. Kevin Dodson, Dean of the Rio Honors College, Dr. Brenda Nichols, Associate Provost, Mr. David Short, University Registrar. Please give our speakers and the members of the Lamar University Leadership Group your applause. The College of Engineering leadership team includes the Associate Dean, the 5 department chairs, and then 2 directors of undergraduate and graduate education. Dr. Victor Zaloom, Associate Dean of Engineering. Dr. Jerry Lynn, Director of Graduate Studies, College of Engineering. Dr. Peyton Richmond, Director of Undergraduate Studies, College of Engineering. Dr. Thomas Ho, Chair of the Dan F. Smith Department of Chemical Engineering. Dr. Robert Yuan, Chair of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Dr. Harley Myler, Chair of the Philip M. Dreyer Department of Electrical Engineering. Dr. Brian Craig, Chair of the Department of Industrial Engineering. And Dr. Singwei Chu, Chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Representatives, please be seated. Representatives of the College of Engineering faculty are seated to my left and right. Please stand and receive our applause. Faculty members. Please be seated. Our vocalist is Miss Abigail Dupin, Instructor of Music, and our conductor, Dr. Scott Deppy, Associate Professor and Director of Bands, and members of the Lamar Brass Ensemble. Their music adds so much to this special occasion. The readers for the names of the graduates this morning are Sujay Mahale, doctoral student in industrial engineering, and Manisha Patel, undergraduate student in chemical engineering. I would also like to introduce a very special guest. That's Provost Marquard's wife, Cecilia Marquard. Please give another round of applause to all these folks who have worked so hard to make this College of Engineering commencement ceremony a success. I'd like to tell you a few facts about Lamar University. This information is for those of you who might be guests from out of town or out of the country, and local folks may hear something they didn't know about Lamar. Lamar University continues to grow in population with every semester. Our students come to Lamar University to get a world-class education. A great majority of our students are from Southeast Texas, but several students come from abroad. In fact, 11 different countries are represented here today. The total spring enrollment for the College of Engineering was 2,135, with 1,486 undergraduates, 575 masters, and 74 doctoral students. Today, we have 258 graduates. Out of these, there are 3 doctoral degree candidates, 111 master's degree candidates, and 133 bachelor's degree candidates. Today, we have a very special guest with us to give the commencement address. Dr. Anita Riddle serves as the procurement manager at ExxonMobil, where her success stems from her skills in problem solving, leadership, and a love for data. Anita is a passionate advocate for societal responsibility and has a master's and a doctoral degree in engineering from Lamar University. She serves as a trustee of the Lamar University Foundation and is a member of the College of Engineering Advisory Board. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Anita Riddle.
Congratulations, engineers, and congratulations to all the friends and loved ones who have helped to make this happen. Passing all those classes, all those problem sets, the lab write-ups, I'll tell you that is one of the most amazing things a human being can accomplish. Getting an engineering degree is really, really special. Your friends and loved ones, I'm sure, are very proud of you. And congratulations to the faculty members who have educated all of these engineers. I can imagine how much pride you must feel to put these very productive people into society. Now, there's one very special thing about Lamar in particular that I want you to remember forever because it's helped me a lot. I've actually tried to explain it using Excel plots, pivot tables. I've tried to do process flow diagrams to explain what's so special about Lamar. I even went to try to do poetry, but none of that worked. So I'm going to do it in very simple math, a 3-factor equation to explain why Lamar is so special. Basic addition. Number 1, you get a great education plus very strong relationships plus sincerely caring about success. Okay, 3-factor equation. Pretty easy formula. I've been using it for years. Now, applying that equation as an engineer, applying that equation is really something else. But you'll be able to contribute amazing things to society if you do it. Again, number 1, a great education. Number 2, strong relationships. And number 3, sincerely caring about success, really wanting to win. So I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was 20-something when I started working as a process engineer at the ExxonMobil refinery right across the street from here. The standards were pretty high. They wanted me to improve that solvent extraction unit. Now that unit was 50 years old, right? There'd already been 20 engineers on it, and it's really tough to find something new and different to apply to something that's been there for so long. And it was a challenge. But Lamar's formula really helped me. Again, 3 parts: great education, plus strong relationships, plus a sincere caring about success. So I had a lot of educational tools. right? That was Dr. Ho, right? Dr. Ho's truly fun lectures in combustion, right? Knowing about air quality. Dr. Reddy, I saw Dr. Reddy over here, there he is. He gave me some of the most amazing homework in artificial neural network modeling. I still remember it to this day. Dr. Chen and the process modeling tools, and Dr. Hopper's go get 'em speeches. I mean, I couldn't go past Dr. Hopper without him saying, yeah, go do it, go do it. So it was that basis, that fundamental education that I had. But it wasn't until I got to that refinery and I started building relationships. And these relationships were with people that didn't have engineering degrees. Some of them didn't have degrees at all. But those are the people that inspired me to create a team to do something really special with that 50-year-old process unit. So all this was swirling in my head. I was young, I had new relationships, I had Dr. Reddy, artificial neural network modeling classes in my head. And I started thinking about a special thing we could do with that unit. You imagine things. The first thing an engineer does is imagine a better future. So all those people inspired me to create a better future for that extraction unit. But then you have to design and build something. You can't just keep it in your head. You have to design and build something. And then the third factor has to come in. You have to care about it. You have to want to improve that unit more than anybody had in the past with new information and new technology. You can't just think that I'm just going to do what everyone else did. You got to do something special, and technology and education and relationships make that happen. So a different perspective was applied to that process unit. What we did was we took an artificial neural network model. We took all the data, right? All the data from the pressures and temperatures and flows for the past 5 or 6 years on that process unit. And I used Dr. Reddy's classes, and we created essentially a mathematical model because the first principles models didn't really work well on that unit. And it was fabulous. It absolutely worked. And what happened was we were able to increase the yields and improve the emission performance of that unit better than we ever imagined. And some people didn't believe it. We were able to avoid a capital project. And some people thought you got something for nothing. But it's not nothing. It's really the relationships. It's really the caring about success, and it's really the education that you get here at Lamar. You can do lots of great things, but you got to have those 3 factors. So again, the 3 factors of success: great education, strong relationships, and sincerely caring about success. But this works for me even outside of working for ExxonMobil. I'm a Girl Scout leader in Spring, Texas. And we were out camping in my backyard the other day, and we woke up in the morning, and some of the girls had left some things outside of the backyard, and they were really wet in the morning, but it hadn't rained. And the girls were wondering, well, why is all my stuff wet? And it was so exciting for me to remember the classes I had at Lamar about dew point and humidity and understanding the science behind why some things happen. And that confidence that you get from understanding how science works helps you explain things to kids and explain how the world works to people that may be afraid of it. So I thank Lamar for so much more than just a great education. The caring that the professors gave me still stick with me all these years later. The relationships that I'm even building to this day. I know some of you, and I hope to keep in touch with some of you as your careers progress. There are few educational institutions that can do that. Lamar is very special in that way. So remember, you probably aren't going to do amazing things by yourself. You're going to do them with other people, the other factors in the equation. You have to trust those relationships. And you have to honor the people in the life that care about you, because there are going to be other people that are going to honor you for caring about them. You do this and you're going to be special. You're going to contribute to society in great ways, and you're going to make Lamar proud. So again, my sincere congratulations to you on this very special day.
Thank you, Dr. Riddle, for giving us your formula for success. Your story is truly inspiring for all. Now I would like to introduce our student speaker, Keely Townley-Smith. Keely is receiving 2 bachelor's degrees from Lamar University this semester, one in electrical engineering and another in physics. So she was here yesterday also. Keely was recognized as the Texas State University System Student Scholar, the only student to receive this honor out of 9 schools in our system. Keely has also served as an LU ambassador, a member of the Rio Honors College, president of the Society of Physics Students, secretary of Rotaract, and a recipient of the Beck Fellowship. It is my pleasure to introduce Keely Townley-Smith.
Good morning. What a day for graduation. To the proud parents, esteemed faculty, and most importantly, graduates, I say thank you. Congratulations to the LU COE class of 2016. We finally made it. We are at the crossroads. Specifically, I'd like to thank my parents, my grandparents, my brothers, my spouse-to-be, Jamie, and my Beck Fellow and McNair mentor, Dr. Christian Burim. When I first came to Lamar, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. $60,000 later, and 5 years later, I still don't have a definitive purpose with well-defined goals. Instead, I'm leaving today with an outlook that it's not about what the world can do for me, but what I can do for the world. At Lamar University, we have something called the Beck Fellowship that gives undergraduates a chance to go off and conduct research in a field of their choosing. Now, getting the Beck Fellowship is kind of like winning the lottery, but the odds are better and no one tries to mooch off of you afterwards. I learned a lot during my Beck year, like how to speak with scientists, how to use Linux, and how to survive on my own. But I learned something else before all that. While applying for research opportunities, I contacted over a dozen administrators and researchers at top institutes across the country and only got a couple of responses back. Luckily, my top choice, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, aka NIST, responded. For the sake of brevity, NIST is basically full of a bunch of metrology nerds that set the standards for measurement and industry. And metrologists aren't the ones to be confused with the ones that tried to guess the weather. So the first lesson I learned from this was rejection can sting, but courage and perseverance can open doors that you didn't think were possible. Last summer at NIST, my mentor, Dr. Jillian Nave, had a high school student named Pooja. My first thought was, she can't even drive and she's working at NIST. What am I doing with my life? So towards the end of the summer, my mentor took vacation, of course, and she left me in charge of Pooja. Now, Pooja was elated to be done with her sectorial duties, and I was really excited to have my first personal unpaid research assistant. The time passes, we finish ahead of schedule, and to the delight of my advisor, Pooja now knows how to read an oscilloscope on an optical comparator. Hours and hours of practice. So lesson 2 from this, exploiting a 15-year-old, teaching a 15-year-old how to do science has intrinsic value. Fast forward to 2 months ago, Dr. Nave comes down for a physics conference at Lamar, and we do something a little risky for the physicist. We hold a social. During this social, my colleague Carlos plays this really candid video of me with raw footage where I'm talking about my experiences at Lamar. During the entirety of the film, I'm shooting daggers at Carlos, but he doesn't see because he doesn't stop the video. But there comes a point in the video where I'm talking about how Dr. Nave has inspired me as she's a woman in STEM. And I never thought in a million years that she'd ever see this video, let alone be sitting right next to me watching it. So I'm beet red from embarrassment, and I'm thanking to God that this wasn't the time I said she looked like Mrs. Doubtfire, because we had that on video too. And it's at that moment Dr. Nave turns to me and says, "There you go, Keely, now it's your turn." Those words resonate me into the next day when Dr. Nave tells me that Pooja's coming back to NIST next summer, and suddenly my upcoming internship takes a whole new meaning. And I begin to contemplate what it is that I can offer Pooja. Maybe I'll teach her how to code. Maybe we'll build a watt balance together in honor of NIST trying to reinvent the kilogram, that thing we're all trying to lose. Whatever it is my job to pass on my knowledge to her and hopefully inspire her like all of those whom have inspired me. It can't and won't stop there. Lesson 3. I've come to realize that the most valuable currency one can have is the positive effect that they will have on others. Material things will rot or depreciate. To have a rich life, you need to find what is lacking in the world, and with your unique skill set, you need to fill it. Until we can plug a human brain into a computer and program the neural connections, there will always be a need to relay knowledge. And we always need to seek out more knowledge so that we can build higher and higher with each generation. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2016.
Thank you, Keely. Now, a few words especially for our graduates. On behalf of the Lamar University Administration, the College of Engineering leadership team, and faculty and staff of your academic department, congratulations on achieving this very significant milestone in your life. Each of you has worked hard, made new friends, received guidance and support from family, Lamar faculty and staff, and friends. This ceremony has 3 purposes. The first and foremost is to formally celebrate your achievement. Second is to thank those who supported and helped you along the way. And the third is to begin the next phase of your life. You will set new goals and pursue them with the same or even higher levels of dedication. My wish for you is that you set the right goals. Set them high enough so that you must work both smart and hard to achieve them, and then you'll feel that happiness that comes from seeing your hard work and excellent preparation pay off. It has been said many times that success is at the intersection of hard work and preparation. You have been prepared and encouraged to pursue learning as a lifelong endeavor. Always seek new knowledge because the world is changing faster than ever before, and change will continue to accelerate. So your knowledge and skills will need continuous updating. Socrates said, and I quote, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Continue to ask yourself, if I continue on the current path, will I arrive where I want to be? Is my goal still the one that I really want to pursue? If not, set a new goal and change course so that you can be successful. We will now have the certification of graduates. President Evans, please join me. Will the candidates for doctorate degrees please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for all master's degrees please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for all baccalaureate degrees please stand and remain standing?
Good morning. I have one of the best jobs in the place right now. By the authority vested in me and Lamar University by the Board of Regents of the Texas State University system, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been certified, admitting you to all the rights and privileges throughout the world pertain to those degrees. Now, graduates, you're engineers, so you should be able to follow these instructions. In keeping with university tradition symbolizing change, please move your tassel from the front right to the front left. Well done. Congratulations, graduates.
Please be seated. It is now time to announce graduates' names and have them come forward to be recognized. We will begin with the doctoral degrees, then the various master's degrees, followed by the Bachelor of Science and Engineering degrees in the various departments. In a departure from previous years, we are going to have the Order of the Engineer ceremony at the end of this presentation. Dr. Marquardt, please come forward to present our doctoral degree candidates. Dean Hahn, please join me, President Evans, and Registrar Short on the front stage.
Thank you, Dean Polanki. I am pleased to present the name of Ziying Wang and his doctoral advisor, Dr. Ho. Mr. Wang has been recommended by the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Harn, and by the graduate faculty for the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Chemical Engineering. Mr. Wang and Dr. Ho, please come forward to the platform for the hooding ceremony. Congratulations, Dr. Wang. I'm pleased to present the name of Shizhong Zhang and her doctoral advisor, Dr. Xu. Ms. Zhang has been recommended by the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Harn, and by the graduate faculty for the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Chemical Engineering. Ms. Zhang and Dr. Xu, please come to the platform for the hooding ceremony. Congratulations, Dr. Zhang. We will now proceed with the Masters of Engineering degrees, followed by the Bachelor of Science degrees in the various engineering disciplines in order presented in your program.
First, we have the students who will be graduating with the Master of Engineering Science in Chemical Engineering, and the name is Muhammad Tariqul Islam. Next, we have a student who is graduating with the Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, and the name is Shiva Krishna Burra. Dijala Feludu. Chandar Kaushik. Shohrab Hussain. Jairami Reddy Kota. Vinayak Ravinandan Oza. Sunil Kumar Racha. Jaipal Reddy Varigi Reddy. Next, we have the students who are graduating with a Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering. And the names are Anurag Krishna Adala, Prashant Reddy Bolla, Prashant Babu Kodurupaka, Anita Lama, Abdul Rahman Mohammed, Mohammad Shahnawaz, Tejaswini Tari. Next, we have the students who are graduating with the Master of Science in Environmental Studies. And the names are Umar Ashfaq, next, we have the students who are graduating with a Master of Engineering Science in Electrical Engineering. And the names are Anita Heninomen Igbaresi, Qazi Aminul Islam. Next, we have the students who are graduating with a Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering. And the names are Sri Sai Fanidar Reddy Bomareddy, Adarsh John Chundamanal, Ramya Krishna Dhanekula, Avinash Divakar, Chaitanya Krishna Madipatala, Bhargav Mova, Shravan Mupuri, Lakshmi Sarat Chandra Nunagupala, Charan Kumar Pachipala, Rahul Verma Pusapati, Karthik Kumar Sayaparaju, Anthony Quinn Simon, Jia Xiang Tang, Athira Wilson. Next, we have the students who are graduating with a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering. And the names are Alakya Arnepali, Suraj Kumar Atluri, Rohan Aita, Venkata Nagarjuna Raju Chiluvuri, Deepak Dugineni, Ranjit Kumar Gandhi, Jayachandar Reddy Kandakatla, Mauna Chandra Konidina, Varshit Tagore Korapati, Satyajit Kulkarni, Krishna Chaitanya Kurra, Varun Kusuma, Vinil Babu Mahankali, Ifamuddin Zubair Muhammad, Amit Mule, Aniket Puranchandra Parekh, Abhilash Reddy Paturi, Shiva Krishnam Raju Penumatsa, Prasad Gajanan Pimparkhere, Chandrasekhar Naik Ramavat, Bharat Ravulapati, Ajay Totempudi, Ravi Kiran Vanukuru. Next, we have the students graduating with a degree in Master of Engineering Management. Jessica Lavetta Farr, Shalini Gundu, Shushma Kodidala, Bhargav Mani, Owais Ahmed Mohammed, Lucky Singh, Avinash Yaram Seti, Next, we have the students who are graduating with a Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. And the names are Vamsi Krishna Reddy Avutu, Samir Surendra Deulwadikar, Ajit V. Gaikwad, Maricela Guerrero Hernandez, Ravikant Gurugubelli, Rahul Jonakuti, Arun Kumar Kampila, Adil Khan, Martin Matthew, Adit Patel, Harsh Kirit Kumar Patel, Harsh Kumar Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Himanshu Munendra Bhai Patel, Naman Mahesh Bhai Patel, Rushabh Patel, Sagar Sharad Patel, Mayuri Narendra Patil, Sagarika Ramayagari, Fani Chaitanya Saraswatula Venkata Raghavendra, Harsh Rajul Shah, Krushik Vinesh Kumar Shah, Parth Kamlesh Kumar Shah, Zubin Thomas, Krishna Sai Yadav Vutla,
Next, we have the Bachelors of Science in Chemical Engineering. Muhammad Abu Shama, Rio Honors College graduate, summa cum laude. Amer Alanazi. Nicholas Cavalcanti. Kristen Crawford, cum laude. Thomas Curran. Arabelle De Torres, cum laude. Robert Ehrlich. Tiffany Fierro. Avijit Josh. Bryce Grimes. Russell Hare, magna cum laude. Brent Hill, magna cum laude. Saqib Humayun. Benny Huynh. Charles Huynh, summa cum laude. John James. Lauren Lashikar, Rio Honors College graduate, cum laude. Norma Manazanares, magna cum laude. Nicholas Neo, cum laude. Tran Nguyen. Julius Okoruku. Hassan Kasem. Jay Sharma. Jocelyn Spencer. Mark Stewart. Zachary Townley Smith, Rio Honors College graduate, summa cum laude. David Williamson. Joshua Wilson. Next is the Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Brandon Gabriel Belair. Harold Crochet Jr. Molly Doug. Anthony Dundee. Joshua Farrow. Alan Robert Grunstein. Kyle Douglas Kibodo. Adriana Diersch. Jessica Siziski, cum laude. Justin Wayne Wasek, second degree in physics, Rio Honors College graduate, summa cum laude. LaDonna Waters, summa cum laude. Remington Lloyd Witt. Next is the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Mathematics. Tyler Gale Doiron, Rio Honors College graduate, summa cum laude. Next is Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Babatunde Akibi Akindil. Ahmed Abdul Jalil Al Mahmoud, magna cum laude. Abdul Magid Mohammed Al Haswabi. Paul Bradley Armstrong, summa cum laude. Francisco Cesares. Jordan Ross Cox. Jonathan D. Fraser. Jeffrey Wayne Frederick. Hector Gerardo Garcia. Odera Millicent Ibekwe. Michael Christopher Levige. Travis James Asa Lindsay. Joel A. Lozano, cum laude. Marinko Mandich, cum laude. Courtney Carlise Moore. Hoan Wan Nguyen. Joseph Jontavin Reed. Michael Savage. Keely Irene May Townley Smith, second degree in physics, Rio Honors College graduate, summa cum laude. Ryan Wade Watts, cum laude. Lashana Simone White. Next is the Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering. Ali Ahmed Al-Juman. Hector Camarillo. Clinton Van Shoate. Scorpio Dion Collins. David Alexander Durr, cum laude. Christy E. Joseph. Hui Kuo Luong, second degree in physics, summa cum laude. Sylvia Gabriela Phillips. Akshay Shutravit. Next is the Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology. Andrew Lucas Urinva. Jeremy Wayne Chauvin. Shannon Marie Coffey. Gerald Dwayne Dominic Jr. Carl Edward Duckworth II, cum laude. William Gerard Head. James D. Swaim. Jeremy Kyle Valovic. Rayvon Alexander Washington. Earl Brown Williams III. Next is the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Dustin Ryan Berry. Matt Duane Butler II. Christopher Mark Corman. Blake Anthony Duan, cum laude. Alan James Giberson. William Hunter Griot, magna cum laude. Adrian Gutierrez, cum laude. Miguel A. Hernandez. Mark Nicholas Harrington. John Daniel Johnson, second degree in mathematics, magna cum laude. David Peter Nguyen, cum laude. Michael Todd Leffer. Khan Zuan Lam. William Robert Luongi, second degree in physics. Michael Kyle Marcoum. Riley Drew McMillan. Cesar Antonio Melendez. Stephen D. McMullen. Brandon Harris Midkiff, magna cum laude. Owen Michael Miller. Valentin Ortega. Matthew Kempner Purdue. Clayton Thomas Roland Robinson, Rio Honors College graduate, summa cum laude. Edgar Rope. Benjamin Andrew Rushing. Nicholas Alexander Talbert. Khan Dui Thai, second degree in music. Roberto Torres, magna cum laude. Caleb Shane Washburn, cum laude. Brandon McKinley Wilkerson. David Timothy Wood II. Thomas Lee Yan. Next is the Master of Engineering Management. Ranjit Basani.
So the Plummer Award honors the baccalaureate graduates with the highest grade point average in the graduating class. And so the way this works is students who have the highest GPA have to sign a form. And so if they don't sign the form, they don't get the money. And so we have more people with the highest GPA than I'm going to read out because they didn't pay attention to instructions. So this is a learning lesson for some of you. Right? So would the following graduate please come forward and receive your certificate and check from President Evans? Clayton T. Robinson. Clayton earned a perfect 4.0 GPA and received his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. So we now move on to the part of the program where we do the presentation of the Order of the Engineer. So in this part of our commencement activities, we celebrate the induction of our engineering graduates into the Order of the Engineer. I will provide a brief history of the Order of the Engineer and describe the significance of the engineer's ring in the context of the responsibilities attached to our profession. Following the history, Dr. Evan Vucic will administer the oath, and I would like to ask that engineers among the faculty and audience join the graduates in accepting the obligation of the engineer. Graduates, the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering join me in congratulating you on your achievements and thanking you for sharing the past 4 or 5 or even more years. You are the engineers of the 21st century. We are confident that you will be using the technical knowledge you have gained here at Lamar University to make our world a better place, and we will be taking pride in your accomplishments. You are now moving from the academic world where you have studied engineering to the challenging world of practicing engineering. As you make this transition, you are about to take the engineer's oath and be inducted into the Order of the Engineer. The purpose of this ceremony is to call attention to the obligation of all engineers to use our technical education ethically in shaping the world around us. You have taken the first step. You have accepted the challenge of obtaining an engineering education. Now you are embarking on the second part of your journey, the practice of your profession, and you must pay heed to the obligation of the engineer if you are to fulfill the promise this day holds. The Order of the Engineer originated in 1926, when our engineering counterparts in Canada recognized the special obligation of engineers to one another, to the profession, and to the public they serve. Based on the model of our Canadian colleagues, the Order of the Engineer was established in the United States in 1970. Those of you who are joining the Order of the Engineer today have received a certificate and a steel ring to be worn on the little finger of the working hand. The history of the ring is associated with the construction of a bridge across the St. Lawrence River in Quebec in the early 1900s. So it's an old bridge. On August 29, 1907, when the bridge was nearly finished, the southern cantilever span twisted and fell into the St. Lawrence River. 75 workmen were killed in Canada's worst bridge disaster. An inquiry established that the accident had been caused by faulty design and inadequate engineering supervision of the construction. Work was resumed, but on September 11, 1916, a new center span being hoisted into position fell into the river, killing 13 men. The bridge was completed in 1917 and officially opened August 22, 1919. That bridge is still in use today. So when you do it right, it actually works. Legend has it that one of the twisted iron pipes from the first bridge was sliced into rings and worn by engineers to remind them of their solemn responsibilities to the public we serve. After accepting the obligation of the engineer, you will be presented with your own engineer's ring. You are to wear the engineer's ring on the small finger of the working hand so that it will remind you every time you sign a set of plans, contract documents, or design specifications of your obligation as an engineer. You must check and recheck your calculations before signing your name. Remember that the work of engineers has a profound effect on the health, safety, and welfare of the public you serve. The ring you receive is a symbol of the strength and continuity of our profession. The engineer's ring says to all who see it, "Here is an engineer, a person with technical knowledge, and more importantly, a publicly avowed dedication to the use that knowledge ethically, always keeping paramount the public health and safety." Each of you among the graduates, faculty, and audience who possess an engineering education and are willing to subscribe to the Engineering Code of Ethics is now invited to join the Order of the Engineer and accept the engineer's ring. Dr. Vujik will lead you in the recital of the obligation of the engineer. You must accept the obligation seriously and with pride in yourself, your college, and your profession. Please consider the words carefully and remember always that our engineering knowledge carries with it the obligation to serve humanity with complete integrity and honesty. Dr. Vujik, please administer the engineer's oath to our candidates. I would like to ask that engineers among the faculty and audience join the graduates in accepting the obligation of the engineer.
Would those students who signed up for the Order of the Engineer please stand and remain standing? Would all candidates for the doctoral degree in engineering please stand and remain standing? Would all candidates for the master's degrees in engineering please stand and remain standing? Would candidates for the bachelor's degrees in engineering please stand and remain standing? Would all faculty members of the College of Engineering please stand and remain standing? Would all the members of the audience who are practicing engineers please stand and remain standing? For those of you who are standing, I would like you to join me in reciting the obligation of an engineer. The obligation is projected on the screens behind me and is also in your printed program. You will recite only the parts that are in bold along with me. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. Since the Stone Age, human progress has been spurred by the engineering genius. Engineers have made usable nature's vast resources of material and energy for humanity's benefit. Engineers have vitalized and turned to practical use the principles of science and the means of technology. Were it not for the heritage of accumulated experience, my efforts would be feeble. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skills carry with the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of the earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give the utmost. Please be seated. Those who have joined the Order of the Engineer, please place the ring on the little finger of your working hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vucic. New members of the Order of the Engineer, you will notice that the certificate that you have received has a place for a signature, but it's not signed. So you open your yellow packets, you'll see a certificate, not signed. This is not a mistake or an oversight. You are to sign the certificate, because ultimately, you are the only person who can and must assure that you adhere to the engineering code of ethics, thereby protecting the health, safety, and welfare of the public you serve, as well as the reputation and integrity of our profession. As we close, please consider these words from the Royal Bank of Canada letter. We in the developed countries live in the realm of the engineer. From the moment we turn on the water in the morning until we turn off the lights at night, we are surrounded by engineered structures, systems, products, and processes. They help us feed, shelter, clothe, transport, comfort, and entertain us, and allow us to communicate invisibly with one another. No matter what we do for a living, much of our own work is done with things made by engineers. The engineer himself or herself, remember this was written in the 1930s, has faded into the landscape along with his or her all-pervasive output. We know the names of the sculptors and architects whose works grace our big cities, but who knows who actually erected the buildings and bridges? Who cut the streets and installed the pipes and wires that make a city run? In any list of historical persons, engineers rank far below monarchs, politicians, and generals. The reason for this is simple. Engineers normally solve problems instead of creating them, and a problem solved is a problem out of mind. The fate of man now more than ever hangs in the balance, and engineers will play a crucial part in determining whether that fate will be blessed or cursed by the application of technology. Enormous problems still haunt the world, and many of those problems have been man-made. But if anyone can do something to solve them, it is the engineer, who has been working to make life better for people since the dawn of history. It is a huge responsibility to be placed on a profession, but then engineers have always managed to do the things that need to be done. On behalf of the Board of Governors of the Order of the Engineer, I welcome you to the engineering profession and wish you well in the exciting technical challenges before you. Would the graduates of all degrees and all departments please stand? Please join me in congratulating the College of Engineering graduating class of May 2016 one more time. Please be seated. Graduates, today you join more than 80,000 others throughout the world who are Lamar alumni. I would like to take this opportunity to recommend that you join them by joining the Lamar University Alumni Association. Alumni membership provides continued involvement with the university, networking, and opportunities to help other students achieve what you have achieved. I encourage you to join this important arm of the university. Again, congratulations and thank you for sharing commencement with us. Best wishes to all of our graduates. Following the recessional, we will host a reception in front of the Montaigne Center. All graduates and guests are invited to mingle with our faculty, enjoy refreshments, and maybe even pose for a picture or two. I hope to see you there. Please stand and join Ms. Dupin for Lamar's alma mater.